Hey, sports fans. I am sorry. My first tour group was amazing, exciting, and more than time than I planned to invest. So you are looking at Tokyo Bay from the 22nd floor of a beautiful hotel. And then we're going to switch your camera so you can see my wonderful mug after I get my background together. So giving mercenaries because, why not? And we're back. So, sports fans and true believers, I've been in Japan. And if you follow any of my other social media, um, you already know that. You saw the Gundam sunglass case that's 500 bucks and it has 70,000 views. If you saw the Gundam statues, I was there. Now the goal is after this tour group leaves, one of the days I'm in Tokyo, I am going to go hit up the Macross Frontier diorama and take a picture with the Mecha Man shirt. So I promised you unit videos. Please forgive me. My tour groups were busy. I did not have the time I wanted to sit down and relax. Not only that, I think my mouse is dead. It's not lighting up. It's not doing any of the cool stuff. I had it for 2 years, and I can't figure out the hell's wrong with it. It's pissing me off. So share screen. All right. Now, if you saw the quick highlight of Tokyo Bay, what I wanted to do was talk about moving troops. So, in reality, that is at least 2 kilometers of water between me and the bay based on math. So, hovercraft. And we know most hovercraft are infantry transport for. And we're going to go down to subtypes, hit hover, filter, and just get to it. So, Maxims. With the Kickstarter and the fact that they put Maxims in there, it's a no-brainer. I like the Battle Armor Infantry upgrade, 3 TMM. It's 36 points, 331, take 7 before it goes away. Has IF1. So this means by itself, it can hunt down most light mechs. Locust, wasp, stingers, pick something. It can take it out by itself. Do I recommend it? Of course not. But you could. Now, the reason why I'm picking the hovercraft is because, oh, you need to see the thing, don't you? Yeah. So let's stop the share, switch camera, turn off the virtual background, turn off the lights. And I'm going to hold the camera while I do the recording. So if I had to go across this area all the way to the other bank, to the boat, or to the bridge quickly, I would want a Maxim just for what they do and just for what they offer. It would be amazing. It would be quick, and nobody would expect the Spanish Inquisition if you get the reference. So let's switch. And I know the water is deep enough that a mech would sink. So I'm not even worried about it. And there we have it. So why Maxims? Why not the other choices on the sheet? Why, and let's get into it. So first and foremost, infantry in Classic and Alpha Strike aren't nerfed. They don't get enough respect. And a lot of people would be like, well, infantry are trash. I'm like, no. Everything in the game universe has a job. So I would like to go through what I would do first, second, third, and why. I like Maxims because 36 points, that's 2 locusts, 2 staying areas. It's an expensive investment, but it has a job. And I don't agree with the bloggers and the other people out here doing review videos saying that you should use your vehicles and infantry as line units. That's not the job. A Maxim is an expensive hovercraft slash luxury bus. Get troop from here over there quickly as possible. Even when you're looking at this situation with the 2 catapults and the hunchback, a Maxim would literally blow past them, and these 3 mechs would be damn trying to catch it in an urban environment or places where there's lots of cover. That's why I picked the picture. So if you can, for a brief moment, imagine you are trying to outrun 50, 65, and 80-ton mechs, I would rather do it in a hovercraft, low profile, harder to shoot, harder to hit. With Classic, the second you make cover, the values are astronomically high to shoot it. In Alpha Strike, I would rather be behind the building rather than in line of sight because they've denied partial cover for vehicles, which is stupid. But whatever. I'm not collecting a check to write the game, and I don't want to get into debates with other players. But here's your unit video, so let's get back into it. So sharing screen. You have multiple Maxim variants, and I just want to go with the C3 Master one really quickly. It doesn't carry infantry because it has a C3 Master. Why would I do this? Because I would use it with other C3 slave-based options to coordinate fire, provide close support, drive people up the wall, and just otherwise hide a unit or partner up with helicopters. That's one thing. So now let's get into the base model, 29 points, because a lot of people are like, why don't you talk about 3026? Okay, foot infantry only. That's it. You're only carrying squads, platoons of foot infantry, machine gun rifle laser, SRM. So, but why does that make sense? Let's look at it. Open up another tab. Alpha Strike. Cargo 3. So tells you point blank what goes in a Maxim. Now I stopped here on purpose. For 36 points, I can get attack spotter infantry for dirt cheap. So even if the planet has low tech, but we're using mercenaries, and just to prove a point, if the vehicles are trash, but I can get mercs, I can get tag spotter infantry. So why, oh why, Mecha Madness, do we want tag spotter infantry? No one's gonna waste the fire. Most new players or regular players that are not veteran or elite are not looking at the angles or be like, your infantry has no shot? Okay, ignore. The smart player that now has the infantry is going to say, well, kids, I got 1 shot. Tag, you're it. So that's your indirect LRM ammo. That's your homing arrow 4s. or you're just spotting for indirect fire for LRMs. At 7 points, you only move 2 inches and you have 2 armor, 1 structure. No one's wasting the time. But how do I get my spotters there quickly? Maxims. That's it. Maxims. AC-10 field gun infantry platoon, V2L infantry, SRM infantry, 6 inches. That's horrifyingly terrible. So whatever your bag is, there's something for it. Now, battle armor field upgrade. You can take a power armor squad, same armor, same point cost. Just do it. So that's my love affair with the Maxims. You do have other vehicles that can cover 3 tons of infantry, and it's not even a thing. So what we're gonna do is take off the IT, just leave it there with no number. We're gonna drop the hover, and we're gonna go straight to VTOL, just for the argument. VTOL, and we're gonna drive people nuts. You have 46 units. Ripper infantry transport, IT1. Nope. So let's go down to the bottom. Without using the obvious Karnov or the Cardinal, Pinto is nasty. Cobra, grain heavy transport, dark ages. I like it. 8 infantry, so play your cards right. But we're looking for something that's regular that people are used to seeing as of 3085. Nope. So something a little bit sooner. Sprint, scout, helicopter, troop, transport. Oh no, they let me loose. So why and why not? Infantry transport 2. So most people will house rule carries 1 platoon. That's foot only. You're done. 26 inches to drop off a spotter. This is 9 points. The tag spotter infantry 7 points. For the price of a scout mech, I can literally have 2 spotters across the board, turn 1 in your face, and driving you nuts. The sprint will be harder to hit, making you have to choose between the sprint and the infantry and whatever else is shooting at you. So with that, kids, you really have to sit down and start looking at how you want your infantry and your combined arms to play out in Alpha Strike. I prefer quantity with quality. What does that mean? I want the cheapest units that do the most effective jobs while I invest the majority of my points in my heavy hitters to drive my opponent nuts. That's all. So with that, live from Tokyo, well, recorded in Tokyo, I would love to just say it's always a pleasure. And we're going to close out with a short view of the bay.